What? Oh, there we go. Hello, everyone, and welcome. I am Modern Synthesis, otherwise known as Mr. Pink. I am your host, and I am joined by all three of my bosom companions. This evening, we got Voices on Silent, otherwise known as Shane. Good evening, Shane.
Hello, hello.
Hello, hello. We got Will, otherwise known as TacticalDBag. Hello, Will.
Hello.
Hello. And we got Kajan, otherwise known as sometimes Ishan, but also Kajan. Hello, Kajan.
Hi, everyone.
Hi. And it has been a freaking long time since we streamed. I don't even know if I know how to do it anymore. I've got these models here. I don't even know what I really want to work on. But yeah, thank you all for being available for this stream. We've all been traveling or vacationing or doing all kinds of stuff. So it's been tough to meet up. And I'm really happy to be chatting with you guys again.
Oh, yeah. Stuff is finally over, so I have time to hobby again.
So, Will, let's, in just a second, why don't you tell us what kind of hobbying you've been doing? But before you do that, why don't you tell us what part of Rick Priestley's... Oh, shit. Should I be doing Shane this time because he just went on that road trip?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. Shane, as you've just been on a road trip to some pretty amazing places, why don't you tell us what part of Rick Priestley's North American Cottage we're coming to everyone live from tonight? And yes, you can lift any one of the fabulous places you've been to.
We are currently streaming from Rick Priestley's way overly expensive Nantucket beach house, where he is right upstairs sipping on a $24 milkshake.
Oh, I was kind of hoping you were going to go with the Foxhead cabin.
Oh, no, not today. He's renting that one out on Airbnb.
He's too classy for that shit.
Okay, he's gonna drink up your milkshake anyways. He'll drink it all up.
Well, his milkshake brings all us boys to his basement, so you know.
I was going for a "There Will Be Blood" reference, but that's
I've
also
never
a good
seen
reference.
it. I gotta see that.
Oh man, yeah, it's a great movie.
It's a really good movie. No one is a good person in that movie.
So, Will, why don't you tell us, since World Cup is over and now you're like cracking on the hobby again, what have you been doing on the hobby lately?
I've been trying to work on this guy. I made a post on Instagram, I think, finally sharing this project, but I'm doing this big Maliceptor, Tusky Maliceptor conversion thing, and as you can see, it's in a wide array of parts here. Ooh, my camera doesn't look that potato quality today. That's amazing. But yeah, that's kind of what I've been working on. I've been trying to mostly organize and keep stuff like not crazy at home, but this project, this vision was eating at me, so I felt like I needed to actually actually indulge in that creative urge, I guess.
Great.
And like push forward on this.
All right. Kajan, what have you been up to in terms of hobby stuff?
Well, I haven't been up too much because I also was away, and last week it still was pretty hot. It's still pretty hot here, so that makes working with epoxy kind of difficult.
Yeah.
Because after a certain temperature, it just cures too fast.
Yeah.
So yeah, right now I'm trying my hand at the Elder terrain that Games Workshop posted.
Oh, are you using the one that Games Workshop posted, or has Blitz Mechanica posted his like STL version of it yet? He said he was going to STL it up. I don't know if I endorse that, but
I'm using the template from that Games Workshop posted.
Cool.
I think
that's really
Games
cool.
Workshop. I think if Games Workshop posted it for like free use, kind of extending it to STLs that people can use is well within the reasonable kind of like intellectual property rights, since it was made publicly available. So I have a feeling that that's like, it feels kosher
Okay.
within like.
If Will says it's kosher,
Hey,
I
none of
believe
that.
him.
I was
you
gonna make
should
that joke, and then I thought
definitely-
it wouldn't be appropriate.
You should definitely not use my.
What if I pay you $1?
personal-
Does that make it true?
Yeah, sure, why not?
Okay.
The corruption spreads.
Yeah, like Kajan, I've just been hearing so much about all the heat waves in Europe. Like we've been dealing with them in Canada, in the United States, but like I feel like we're a little more used to them in Europe because we like believe that air conditioning is a thing. But
Oh god, air conditioning's so good.
yeah, man, like I'm talking to some hobby folks in the UK, and I'm like, yeah, so you guys gonna get air conditioning? They're like, oh well, it doesn't get hot here. I'm like, yeah, except for it has the last couple of summers. Oh, just a couple of days. I'm like, okay.
It's just to give you an idea. It's got so hot in Germany that the pavement on the roads started to melt.
Oh
Yeah,
man,
that's not good. That's really not good.
Oh wow. Yeah,
Uh,
when I was in Arizona, it got so hot. I was there in the summer one time, and I was driving to the job site, and I drove by this guy's house, and there was like this weird, like, I didn't know what it was. It was just like this weird pile of goop in front of his house, like
Yeah?
on the curb. And I
Yeah?
looked closer, and I saw Waste Management on it. The guy's
Oh,
trash
no.
can had melted into a pile
No.
of slop.
Oh wow. I can't believe that.
To be fair,
it's
a
crazy.
lot of Arizona is areas of like environment that no reasonable human should consider as like a inhabitable zone.
Oh no, but we've got air conditioning, so there we go.
Yeah, even there, goddamn Scottsdale.
One of those like we didn't.
Yeah, this actually was around Scottsdale, so yeah, 100%.
Is it that
Ever
whole
see
thing?
this, There's this episode of the TV series King of the Hill where they drive to Scottsdale. They get out, and Peggy Hill's just like, "Oh God, why is it so hot? This is a testament to man's hubris. This place shouldn't exist."
But I hope you're keeping in there, Kajan, because yeah, I know you guys are really not used to that kind of weather.
Yeah, I mean, I've bought a portable AC unit,
Oh, good.
but yeah, it helps. But it only manages like 10 degrees difference. So instead of the 41 degrees Celsius I'm
it's
having here,
31.
that's just 107 Fahrenheit, I believe, something around about
Oh.
there. And I
That's an
can
awful
lower
number.
lower it in my room to like 32,
Oh,
33.
that's still too
which-
hot.
Yeah,
That
that's
is-
still too hot, but it's survivable.
Oh my lord.
Yeah,
And
that's insane.
And because the house is all brick and the tiles are all stone, despite the fact that it's outside right now 22 degrees, which would be just fine. Inside in my studio right now, it's still 29 degrees.
That's
so
crazy.
Sucks.
that's something around 95, I believe, 93, 95 Fahrenheit.
As
Yeah,
someone
even at night right now.
Yeah, at night. It's
Oh my
it's
God.
2:30 a.m.
Damn.
It's around before I went on my trip. Luckily, when I went on my trip to Oslo, it was they had nice weather.
Good.
But
good.
Around here, we had temperature records. For the first time in Germany since the start of the temperature measurements, we had 42 degrees in Germany, which
Wait,
is
that's with Humidex or that's before Humidex?
before.
Oh wow. Okay.
Dude, that's hot.
I don't know that we even got
That's
that
really
hot.
hot. That's really hot,
Oh, God.
and that's also where the pavement started to
Yep.
melt and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Yep.
We simply are not used to these temperatures, and it's been like this since it started end of April. May, all throughout May, we had a heat wave. We had since the start of it, we had like 1 week where it was bearable temperatures. Everything else was always above 32, 35 in my region, since I'm in the south of Germany. So yeah.
I just hope
That's-
that you know, and I know America's not exactly the greatest exporter of like culture necessarily, but air conditioning is effing amazing. I highly recommend it. And if I learned anything from all the Europeans who came to the States from for the World Cup this year, is that there was a very learned understanding of why we have so much air conditioning everywhere in this country.
Yeah. I don't think I could properly exist without it. I mean,
Oh.
I'm very
No, me
very
neither. I would
bougie when
die.
it comes to my temperature control at my home.
Yeah, agreed.
And a lot of that comes from, you know, the career that I chose to go into. You know,
Shane, I was
like
gonna
making
say,
sure-
with your career, you also speak Celsius, right? Because of your career.
not really. They
Oh,
mostly use we
whoops.
mostly use Fahrenheit here.
No, I know that, but I
we-
just figured, I don't know, for some reason I thought that like because of your like profession that you might be like more aware of both.
I mean, we don't really. Generally, most of the equipment stuff we use has Fahrenheit or Celsius settings, but
Yeah.
generally most of the applications here we still use Fahrenheit. So
Of course.
I
Freedom
mean, we'll
unit.
use it occasionally, but
Yes.
not that much.
I
And
think I
I
just
always
tend to
go with
assume
the-
you and Will are like, you know, more cosmopolitan than the average American, but I don't know.
Nope.
I'm-
I still love my freedom units.
Okay. Will?
I went to engineering school, so
Oh, there you
Celsius
go.
was like what I had to like use for most of my calculations, or like kelvins, at which point like it's sort of like super Celsius units. But I always go with the rough, like take Celsius, multiply by 2, add 30 as the very, very rough
Yeah.
estimation, and then like do the actual 1.8 times 1.8 plus 32 calculation afterwards.
Yeah.
Because I'm a nerd and I know that conversion factor in my head.
Nerd.
Hold on. We got through Will's hobby stuff. We got to Kajan's hobby stuff. Shane, do we get to your hobby stuff?
No, and there's really not much hobby stuff to speak of. I've been
Traveling.
traveling for the past like 2 weeks and change, and then I got back to work and everything had fallen apart and is now on fire. So I've been dealing with that now for the past 2 weeks or so. So, which is, you know, it's really it's such a mixed bag, because like on one hand, I leave the project and everything falls apart. But on the other hand, that's good job security.
Good point.
Because it shows that if I am gone, everything goes
They're
to
screwed.
shit.
Yeah.
So
That's such a double-edged sword to be
It
that
is.
necessary for your job, because it in theory means job security, but it really takes one dumb manager who doesn't understand how important you are.
Yeah. I am fortunate enough that I like my manager a lot. So
That's good.
I don't have that situation.
Yeah.
It's more convincing the managers above him that I'm as important as I am.
Well, that's always the biggest issue.
Yeah, basically pay me more money. I need money.
Yeah. I on my part, I've not done much hobby because I burned myself out on June Stealer, man. I'm supposed to be like co-hosting this June Stealer thing. We all kind of like judge it and like help promote it and stuff. It's like from our little online community. But last few years I've always been like traveling when June Stealer was happening. So this year I was like, no more. I will June Stealer the F out of June Stealer. And it was cool because I don't know if I shared this on the stream before, but for a long time I'd been working on like large projects where I'm just like adding a little bit of grain stuff to them and kind of like editing like small parts at a time to try and like form a better whole. And that's okay, but like it's not as rewarding as just like picking up like a one man sized miniature and just like kit bashing it in a couple of hours. And then you can get the whole like payoff of like being not done, like this guy's not done, but like you have your concept mostly fleshed out and you're really excited about it. And I kind of missed that high, and I didn't realize I was missing that high because I've been working on the Dom for so long, and then I was like working on this dude. But once I started like kit bashing individual miniatures, it got really awesome, and I really enjoyed it, and I produced a lot of cool new stuff. And then work went kind of cuckoo bananas at the end of June for me, and then after that, it's been kind of like a little bit of like traveling on weekends, holiday stuff, and yeah, I've basically done extremely little hobby since the end of June Stealer. I did get one new video out on YouTube. Shout out Wheels and Wings Hobbies, one of my favorite hobby shops in Toronto, because they celebrated their 40th anniversary. And like, I don't know if people have had the chance to watch that video, but I legitimately love them. Like, I'm not just like kind of trying to glaze them so they give me money. Like Don, the guy I profile in there, is a seriously awesome dude. And I just met him by just like showing up in his store, and he was there and he just like talked to me for 2 hours. But it's a great shop. My hook for it is that Guillermo del Toro actually did go there most recently when he was filming Frankenstein in Toronto. All the like ice scenes in Frankenstein were filmed in a full scale boat down in the harbor. Yeah, he went in there, and there was like this article in the Toronto Star where he said all his like favorite places in Toronto, and Wheels and Wings was one of his favorite hobby shops, and that was my hook. But really, whether Guillermo del Toro likes it or not, it's a really cool place with some really fun people. So yeah, I finally got a non-stream video out on my new YouTube channel, and I had to really move my ass to get that done. And in the end, I was like, oh, is this even any good? But like Dawn liked it, so I guess that's the most important part. I've been working on it for like a couple of years off and on, so I really just needed to get it out. So that felt good, but other than that, I haven't done much hobby until now. I keep bringing my models with me when like we go away to like a friend's cottage, and then I just don't work on them.
Yep, that sounds like me.
That'll happen.
What? Wait, but there's been stuff going on in the hobby. I feel like you guys mentioned something that I was like, oh, we should pick up on that, and I don't know what it was.
Exodite?
Exodites.
Yeah,
They were previewed and released since we last talked, right?
yeah, wow. That is yeah, and the ogres, and yeah, a lot of stuff. Yeah, it's been a while. It's been a while.
Let's go down the list. Exodites first, round robin. Who wants to go first? Let me know what you think. Shane, I'm drafting you. Oh, sorry, I didn't hear you, Kajan.
That's fine. Shane can go first.
I like them. I don't love them. I think more just the fact that we got Exodites is super cool.
Yeah.
I think the actual design of the dinosaurs is a little bit boring. I think for me, if like I really got into doing Exodites, I'd honestly probably just use the riders and do something with the dinosaurs themselves, because I think they're just a little bit, I don't know, just a little bit boring for me.
Yeah. Kajan, what do you think?
I loved the concept, and I always wanted to do Exodites like that, but I would have used the mounts from the Saurons from Age of Sigmar.
Yeah.
I don't like these lizards. They look like Schlepp miniatures.
Schlepp?
Schlepp, yeah. They Schlepp does the cheap dinosaur miniatures you can buy in the
Oh.
supermarket.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
I see.
And they remind. I don't know, the proportions of the arms to legs to body doesn't feel right.
Well, they
to
have
me,
like human,
with-
almost like anthropomorphic arms on them, which is weird.
Yeah, it's a little strange.
I don't get it. It doesn't and the way the jaw is open, to me it feels like someone took a Schleppman, like a really cheap Velociraptor miniature that's and kit bashed it to
Yeah.
be that. And that's what's bothering me. I love the concept. I think the model, the rider is great. I just don't like the mount.
Yep.
Yeah, it sounds like your opinion is kind of similar to mine. I didn't even notice the dinosaurs have opposable thumbs.
Oh yeah, like I
kinda
noticed pretty soon off that they have weird human hands and arms.
Yeah. It's like
feel-
interesting design language on them. It's like they wanted to make them look like alien dinosaurs, but all they
Yeah.
really kind of did
Made the
was
wrong
make them look
choices.
like anthropomorphic. I
Well,
honestly think the little guys were like a better kind of design direction. The little dinosaurs, the little dinosaur cat things.
yeah.
But I think the thing is, I essentially just I think the prevailing sentiment is just that, like, we like the idea, we're glad they brought it out. The mounts are the part that we all have kind of the sort of the biggest issues with.
Yeah.
And they went very old school with the design. It looks like very much like old dragons, old
Yes.
cold ones.
Yeah.
Very pointy featured, is very early 90s coded, which I think is what a lot of us are just like, I saw this and I remember not liking it back in the day, and now it just looks kind of old school.
Well, back in the day, it was
Um,
probably rad, but these days we've seen a lot of miniatures since then. So they can't take dragons that they
Yeah.
designed in 1994 and release them in 2026 and be like, "This is wicked, right?"
Yeah, well, I think I think another problem with that is that, everything I saw about them, they're like, yeah, they're riding these dragon things. I'm like, oh, that's the problem.
Oh,
They
Yeah.
went with
oh,
internally, the lore is that they're like sort of dragon kind of creatures. So it's
yeah,
like, okay, I see what happened here, right? And they're following the lore design of dragons that they kind of traditionally had, which is unfortunate because it looks very dated.
yeah.
I know not everyone's a huge fan of the sort of Sigma, right? Age of Sigmar dragons that have like this sort of squarier, boxier snout.
And they
That
also have that kind of weird human upper body that's
Mhm.
like they've got like weird human pectoral muscles. Like it throws me off.
Yeah.
I really don't. I've never liked GW's dragons in general. I think they've released like 2 dragons in the history of the company. Like at least Warhammer wise. Like I think back when they were Citadel, there were a lot more cool dragons. But like I think like Warhammer wise, I think I liked like the Forge World dragons, like the giant Chaos Emperor dragon was really cool, and
the,
honestly, the Chaos dragon, the smaller one, the metal
the
one, was cool
Carmine
too.
dragon
The
from
Carmine
Forge
dragon was
World was
cool,
my favorite by
and the
far.
Magma dragon was cool. I think Forge World is pretty much the only one that's really gotten dragons right for Warhammer. But for the most part, like all the like Warhammer Fantasy dragon mounts, like their heads are too big, their proportions are weird. It's like they can't decide, do we want to do like an Eastern style dragon or a Western style dragon? Actually, now that I think about it, the old world Dragon Empress is a really cool dragon. But
I think they always went with the particularly serpentine
yeah.
aesthetic. Like
Mhm.
I shared essentially the same, like, as somebody who played fantasy battles back in the day quite a lot. Yeah, like over time, I was just like, has anybody else got a better dragon? Because yeah, they're just a little too weedy and like snake bodied, and like I like just a beefy, right? And just I just don't think that they really Games Workshop really just went with that, like the Dungeons and Dragons style dragon, and they just went with these like very serpentine aesthetic that I just never really cared for quite as much.
Yeah.
I think my biggest disappointment with them is that I feel like if they had really knocked them out of the park, and I don't think these are going to sell very well because I think they are so kind of mediocre. I think if they had made them really, really, really cool and they sold really, really, really well, we could have potentially turned this into, more dinosaurs with Eldar on them.
Well, they might
But
still sell.
unfortunately,
Like we don't like them, but
yeah,
other people could be like, "This is rad."
I look back at the John Blanche artwork for the Eldar Exodites, and like especially at the forefront, the kind of Velociraptor-esque mount with the plume on its head and all that. And I was hoping for something more along those lines. Honestly, there's a hobbyist on Instagram called Street Kern, and he did a really cool conversion with a cold one and some I forget the Slanesh mountain legs, and then he used like a
Seeker? They're
sorry, say
called
again.
Seekers of
Oh yeah,
Slanesh.
the Seeker. Yeah, he used like Seeker legs, and then he actually used like two cold one tails. So it's got like the base cold one tail as the actual tail, and then he used another tail at the neck portion for like a really long neck, and then he
Oh.
used like these um scale Tamiya dinosaur heads for them, and it's a really really cool conversion.
Sorry, what are they?
Um,
What's this person called?
Street Kern, Streetkern.
So a designer who works on the streets.
Yes.
See if I can find him.
He's in general got some really cool Eldar conversions, where he kind of makes them like long and weedy and kind of more alien looking. But I always really loved the design he did for like Exodite dinosaurs. They do look more like traditional dinosaurs, but I don't know. I would. They're space dinosaurs. Like you don't need to reinvent the wheel with space dinosaurs. Um, I would have preferred if they gave us something that looked more recognizably dinosaur-esque. This just kind of looks like a bipedal dragon,
Oh
and like I
wow.
get it, but
Sorry, I just
it's
found
not for
Street
me.
Kern. He's amazing.
Yeah, he's a great hobbyist.
I will say that and I expressed this opinion I think when the Exodites first came out in the Discord. Is like not like the hugest fan of the overall execution of this particular batch, but and I think Kajan and Mr. Pink touched on it. Is like riders are at least a really good way of there's a lot in there. If you wanted to change out the heads and the arms a little bit, it makes making an Exodite army like a little bit easier.
Yeah. So
I actually haven't seen the sprues either. Like, are the riders pretty easy to like take from
oh, probably
the
not.
dinosaurs and put them on something else?
No
Probably not.
idea, but like, I mean, instead of like having to like, I don't know what people use. Did they just like reposition like old guardians and stuff, or did they take like old shining spears, or jet
Oh,
bike war?
actually, I'm looking at the sprues now, and actually, miraculously they did not like put the
Integrate.
legs on the integrated into the saddles.
Oh, good.
Okay. Oh,
And
So
yeah. Well,
that's actually a good
that's
sign.
amazing. Yeah.
and I would
Um,
simply, if I wanted to do it quick and dirty, I would use the Aquadon Lancers
Mhm.
from Seraphon. Put the link in the
Yeah, I
chat.
agree.
And
I think they're much better mounts for Seraphon
Quadon
or
Lancers. That's what they're called.
for Exodites.
yeah, I feel like you could do a quick and dirty swap. Just remove the Sauron riders and put the Elder rider on the mounts from the Seraphon.
And honestly,
Um,
slap a couple of like soul gems on the little like Aztec-y details on them, and it could easily pass as like Eldar details.
Yeah.
So my knowledge of Warhammer miniatures is not as encyclopedic as it used to be. When these Agrodon Lancers came out, I was like okay with the dinosaurs. And like for some reason I thought the heads looked like too low detailed, like they look like sculptures of dinosaur heads rather than actual dinosaur heads. But having now seen what the Exodites came on, I agree. I would rather have these dinosaurs. And yeah, sorry, I didn't really share my opinion, but I pretty much agree with you folks. And for a second, I was like, we already talked about this. But the reason I thought we already talked about this is because we shared our opinions on them in the Discord. But yeah, I think that, like, I think, did Shane open with it? The whole, like, we got to make dinosaurs alien, so we're going to give them hands. I don't think that was the right call. For making alien dinosaurs, and it's too bad because I fully agree that what you've all said, that the riders look good, and when we talk about like, oh, it's too bad these are not as amazing as they could have been, because I too love the idea of doing Exodites and want there to be more Exodites and want there to be all kinds of different flavors of Eldar. Like, I love that they did pirates. I think that they might sell simply so people can buy the kit, take the rider, put it on a real dinosaur, and bin the rest of the dinosaur, or just like convert the dinosaur to have like more alien features, like mess with its head, oh, you know what? Could they be saved if you kept the freaky arms and you just gave them different heads?
Probably.
Maybe.
Yeah, probably. I think the best example of like alien dinosaur design philosophy is actually also from the Seraphon or the Lizardmen, is the Troglodon, which is like the alternate build for the Carnosaur in the big
Oh, it's got that
kit.
weird head, right?
Yeah, and it's also got a tail that kind of separates into two separate sections, and it's got the weird, it kind of combines some like weird insecty elements while also blending like different dinosaurs. It's got a little bit of Spinosaurus, a little bit of Velociraptor. I love how the forearms and the legs are like almost equal in length, so it also kind of plays with weird proportions where it could look kind of bipedal but also kind of quadrupedal. I love that kit, and I wish they had gone for more that in terms of the design philosophy for these dragons.
Okay, I did not remember what this Troglodon looked like, but it's really cool.
I've seen there's a really cool, I think it's an old conversion, I don't even remember who did it, but somebody did an Exodite conversion with that where they like mounted a what is the Eldar tank with the big crystal gun?
Fire prism.
Fire prism.
Yeah, the fire prism. They like mounted a fire prism chassis to its back.
Oh, I think I remember that one.
Cool.
Yeah, that was dope as shit.
And that's the part that's really bothering me about the Exodites. Exodites is the perfect way to do Dino Riders.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. And like also even the engine of the gods, the big like Triceratops, it looks like it's very recognizably based on a Triceratops, but it also looks very weird and alien and not quite like, it looks like what a Triceratops from another planet might look like.
Yeah.
Yeah. I just like, and that came out around the same time as the Troglodon, and really even the Carnosaur too. It you know, it's
Oh, I
also
love the
very
Carnosaur.
distinctly,
You guys
it's
talk
also
about
very
like
distinctly a dinosaur.
Yeah.
But it looks weird. It's not quite right.
the Carnosaur is my favorite Games Workshop, like kind of like how the Alien Queen is some people's favorite Disney princess. The Carnosaur is my favorite Games Workshop dragon.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like they put all their eggs into the
Seraphon basket.
Seraphon basket, and you know,
These
like
jobs.
frankly, like let's just sell a bunch of like unmounted Exodite models, and then we'll just put them on the Seraphon.
So
Like,
what we're realizing here is that Games Workshop needed their mom to be like, you don't need dinosaurs. We've got dinosaurs at home, because this is the one time that meme has better dinosaurs than the new ones on offer. The dinosaurs at home are fantastic.
I also feel like it plays in a little bit to the uh you could kind of use that to troll the fan base. It's like when you kind of reuse assets and go like, oh, they're totally not related like storylines. Fantasy battles isn't like the world as it was before. Thousands millennia before the Emperor of Mankind comes in
Yeah.
40K. They're totally unrelated, like um worlds and stuff. It's like, are you sure though? Because they feel really fucking similar.
Sigmar is definitely not the Lost Primarch.
Man, Reaver is
definitely.
a really popular word in both worlds.
Sure are a lot of skulls on both these settings.
This is the Skull universe as it is, as everyone knows.
So as I was like telling you folks my opinions on the Exodites, I actually had kind of like not looked at them in a while because I saw them and I wasn't really that impressed. And when I was looking up these dinosaurs, I'm like, well, let's go back and look at the Exodite dinosaurs. Let's see if I could like save them by like changing their heads and just making them into weird aliens with a weird head swap. But no, man, like they're not. For some reason, the heads remind me of the Fireys from Labyrinth. Her head don't come off. Take off your... Those guys that are like flapping around and being crazy. Their heads remind me of those guys, and then they've got like weird barrel chests that also look very anthropomorphized.
Yes. Just like the fucking Sigmar dragons. I fucking hate.
Oh, they're worse than the
Sigmar
Sigmar dragons, I'd say.
Well, yes, they are worse, but yeah, there's just something about them, man. I'm just not. And the heads too. I'll also say this: the heads are very similar to what are the fucking things called? They're from Warcry, I think. The weird chaos beasts that came with the Furies. They're like the weird raptor things.
Yeah, I don't know what they're called, but they're like the bird things, and then they're also like there's the harpy things. Harpies? No.
Yeah.
One of them is the harpies were the ones with wings. The human looking guys with wings. Wait.
I just found them. They're called Raptorix.
Raptorix.
Great name.
And does the face match looking at him?
I mean, like they've got the same thing going on with like the kind of the big frill on the around the head. I don't know. I feel like it's mainly the heads that are throwing me off, but the upper body too is just weird. They look a little bit they're too anthropomorphized. They're too I don't know. It's not good, GW. Do it again.
Which sucks because like if you told me 3 years ago that we were getting Exodites, I'd be like, ha ha ha, you're crazy. Well, no, probably like 5 years ago because we've been getting a lot of nostalgia lately. But
I just feel like I feel like their design studio has been really on point.
Sorry, what was that, Will?
Do Exodites really count as nostalgia?
Oh,
like
yeah,
it's
dude.
always been like sort of a fringe
fringe minority
faction. Yeah. Sub faction, but
well, weren't the Exodites in the second edition codex, or did I make that up? It was like Genestealer Cult was in the second edition Tyranid codex.
I think the only time they've actually had models was in Epic.
Epic, okay. Well, they did have models in Epic. I forgot that if they did.
I think they did.
No, but like there was Genestealer Cultists in the Tyranid codex when there wasn't Genestealer model. Like there was a Patriarch model. There was a Magus model. There was like a Familiar, but there was no Brood Brothers. So I thought it might have been something like that, where they were like, you can, if you want, you can take some Guardians and put them on some dinosaurs and you can make some Exodites. Here's some rules for them. We don't have miniatures, but maybe I'm wrong.
I mean, they definitely had, man, I have all of the second edition codices.
You do?
In one of my shelves, but it's behind a bunch of crap and I don't really want to dig it out. But yeah, definitely they have the NID Codex had the entire back section of Genestealer Cult.
Yeah, I can tell you that.
Oh man, I need to get that Who's that new IG character and like the Griffin or whatever new vehicle they had?
Oh yeah, I've got her.
Like all I know is that like that you're turning that into a cult limo, right?
That's what I want to do. Yeah, baby.
Like you gotta. Like as soon as I saw it, I was like, well, that's happening. Absolutely fucking happening.
It was going to be a June
Mr.
Sealer project, but I didn't get to it. But I've got it.
Mr. Pink did actually remember this correctly. On page 30 is Exodite Dragon Knights.
Thank you.
And they have on page 16 to 18, they're described what the Exodites are and the world spirits of the Exodites, outcasts and the Exodites.
Wait, Kajan, is that
And-
lore or is it like, are there rules in there for
Yeah,
it?
it's lore, and then later on page 30 they have actually
An
rules.
entry?
Yeah.
Sweet.
For the Dragon Knights, Exodite Dragon Knight,
Cool.
special rule, core sphere, cavalry. They have rules for the Dragon Knight, Exodite Champion, Exodite Hero, Exodite Mighty Hero, and a Dragon.
Sweet. That was more than I remembered.
And right below it, interestingly, are Elder Pirates. I didn't know that.
I totally forgot about that. See, second edition. It was when all dreams were possible.
Man,
They were like, do whatever the hell you want.
I missed the shit out of second edition.
Well, we kind of had a rebirth of it in, what was that, 4th or 5th, when they gave us all those Tyranid creatures with no models. And some people complained, and the rest of us were like, woohoo!
Yeah.
You were like, all right, I'll make one.
And then Games Workshop was like, no, stop that.
Well,
And then
Games
Chapter House was
Workshop
like,
only-
woohoo! And Games Workshop was like, no.
No, stop that.
Yeah. That was pretty much when Games Workshop was really no, stop that, because they lost that lawsuit. Just like, you don't make this model. Like I literally can't
you did
infringe
this.
on something that you do not actually have.
Right. You know, actually, what is another great while we're on the topic of like great alternative Exodite mounts, the weird salamander thing from the new Kroot is a great mount
yeah.
for
Oh, yeah,
a,
that'll work. That'll do.
an Exodite.
You know what would also be a great Exodite mount? That really expensive one, that new, definitely don't call it a Kroot mount. It's not a Kroot mount, Inquisitor on the weird thing. Korgile
yeah,
or whatever his
that'd be
name
a good
is.
Oh yeah.
That could be an Exodite mount. That's a great alien. Put the Exodites on that. There's their alien mount.
Yeah.
Oh, also, wait. Sorry, chat. We haven't been catching up with chat. People are in chat. I hope the Teal Prince is still here. The Teal Prince showed up to say Finland is nice and cool. Teal Prince, that secret project that we've been talking about in DMs, it started. So I look forward to your explorations of weird... Oh, there he is. I look forward to your explorations of weird Finnish cultural festivals to see if we can't procure some loot. So, Teal Prince is sourcing me illicit Finnish goods. It's going to be awesome. Or attempting to secure me illicit Finnish woodwork. It's not at all Warhammer related.
But yeah, I mean, Eldar have always been a faction that has been like on the back burner for me of like one day, you know.
Yeah, man, I'm with you.
Probably the highest of the other Xenos factions that have been on that. Like orcs are every Xenos faction kind of occupies that.
Everyone who
vibe.
kit bashes, I think at some point wants to do something orky, because
Yeah.
the orcs are like, since I started this hobby, oh god, 30 years ago,
Deep in the mists of
orcs.
time.
97 is when I remember starting. Maybe not that
Same,
quite that
bro.
early, but somewhere around there. I just remember orcs were always the ones that just had the most fun, wacky shit that people could do, just because it was sort of ingrained into their lore. So, like, I feel like at some point in my life, I need to do an orc project just for the sake of doing something fun and wacky. And I do have an orc project in mind, but I don't have space or time for it currently. So,
Gargant?
yeah, oh yeah, no, there's a Gargant involved. It's
Ultra
gonna
Mega
be
Gargant?
it's gonna be very silly.
Good.
But
Yeah, I did that war boss like last year,
Oh
and
yeah.
that really tickled the desire to do an orc. And honestly, I think it's kind of held me off from wanting to do orcs. But for Eldar, I've always wanted to do Exodites. That's always, I mean, I've always been a huge fan of dinosaurs and, you know, Jurassic Park, which rest in peace, Sam Neill.
Aw.
pour
But
one out for a homie, man.
yeah,
Yo, we gotta
but
do that
like,
movie thing. We gotta do that movie thing where we definitely don't talk about Event Horizon. Oh man, we gotta do that. Can we do that next time in honor of Sam Neill?
You know,
I agree. That's a good
I never
idea.
watch Event Horizon.
What?
Yeah.
Okay,
I
well,
Did
that's
you
your
watch it before our
homework
next stream?
for the next stream.
Yeah, come on, man, please.
Fine. I'll find it and I'll watch it and I'll write a report on it.
No. You'll give us your verbal report like on the stream. We want to hear your like first impressions on the stream, and then we'll spoil the shit out of that movie. Wait, Kajan, you've seen Event Horizon, right?
Of course.
Okay, so we've all seen Event Horizon, so we can spoil the shit out of it. Sorry, viewers at home. Go watch Event Horizon before the next stream if you haven't seen
It's
it.
also
It's a
like a
Warhammer movie.
30-year-old movie. Like
Exactly. It's like this
it's
isn't like an old obscure movie at this point.
I'm not going to listen. I'm not going to shame anyone about what they think spoilers are because we all have different speeds that we consume things, and we're going to be trying to be respectful. So this is your warning, stream folks. If you want to participate in the next stream, you need to watch Event Horizon before then. It is going to be fun. It is a Warhammer movie that isn't a Warhammer movie, but it is a Warhammer movie, and the director said it was inspired by Warhammer.
Okay, I'm gonna figure out. Hold on. Let me just figure out where
It's
I
been
can
on a
watch.
bunch of different streaming services.
Yeah. Yeah. Just watch.
Event Horizon will
but
pet
yeah,
any old dog.
But yeah, I'm still.
Sorry.
This makes me want to like finally get around to doing an Eldar Exodite model. I don't need to do like a whole army. I just need just like I needed one good orc conversion model. I need to do an Exodite, and this has like kind of possessed me to want to do one. I'm probably gonna convert the fucking Troglodyte and do something with that.
Yes, do it.
I need.
You need to fix the Exodites?
Do this right. Yes.
I've probably talked about this on stream before. My Eldar, well, I've got my Aspects of Exile where I wanted to do like the Eldar pirate kill team thing and like convert each one to be from a different Exodite or Exarch. What I'm looking for? Exarch warrior, right? Aspect warrior. And they have Exarchs as their leaders, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yeah, so a different Aspect warrior. Basically each member of the squad is an Exarch from the Aspect Temple. I will finish that, but my other super Eldar project is a Wrathbone force. Not Wraithbone, Wrathbone. Which all I'm gonna say is if you've ever watched War Planets, or I think they were called Shadow Planets or Shadow Raiders in Canada, the Beast Planet that's rolling up and trying to eat everyone, crossed with the idea of what happens when Slaanesh tries to infect an infinity circuit in a craft world, but the avatar of Cain also manifests in the infinity circuit to try and stop Slaanesh, and bad shit happens to all the Wraithbone constructs. That's what I want to make. Like messed up
That'd be cool.
Sylvaneth Wraithbone mutation stuff. Yeah,
Very
Teal
nice.
Prince knows about War Planets. Good man. Oh, okay, I gotta go feed my cat. Can you guys hold down the fort while I'm gone?
Now we're gonna descend to chaos.
You can descend into chaos. It's part of the course.
Oh, I did type into the chat.
What's goodbye
a
fresh
phrase
day?
that. What?
What's goodbye fresh day?
Oh no, it's goodbye sober day. Vivastiritis paiva is an expression that a Finnish friend of mine told me, or a friend of mine told me was like the Finnish cheers, which I've also been told is not actually it. But I want to believe that that is the Finnish expression for saying cheers when you're toasting or whatever.
Listen, thing just auto-translated it for me. YouTube, I can't actually see the Hivastiritis paiva. I can never do the A with the umlaut. My mom always tells me I pronounce it wrong because Estonian we use it too. We say tervist in Estonian. But I couldn't see the finish. I just saw the shitty translation. All I see is Will wrote goodbye fresh day. I'm like, what?
Yeah, no,
Oh,
no.
wow.
I went with. I don't know. I mean, I went with Google Translate, so I don't know how like
Oh.
accurate that is. But
Teal Prince, you
I
let
just
us know.
remember. I always love knowing how to say cheers in different languages, just because it's generally a useful expression, no matter where you are. Because Teal Prince is Swedish.
I didn't.
Interesting.
Oh man, I always forget that. He was mentioning Swedish stuff and like cultural Swedish stuff. I forget that as
I
well.
know even like I know like no Nordic. I just know shit. I went to Iceland. They're not Prost, but they're very close to Prost, which is the German
Right.
cheers, right?
Okay.
Kajan?
Prost, yeah.
Prost.
Prost.
Yeah, but learning how to say cheers or the equivalent thereof in other languages is very useful. Just because like you can make a lot of friends with people just by knowing how to say that. I remember we have a Balkan, I think it's Armenian, like restaurant chain around here, and my wife and I were at happy hour one day there and got our drinks from the bartender who's very, very Slavic or Balkan, or I guess Balkan. And we got our drinks and I cheered with my wife and I said, "Nazdrovia," and the guy just turned around immediately. He's like, "Holy shit, you know my language." I'm like, technically, I got the Russian version if I'm not mistaken. He's like, "That's close enough."
Free drinks for you.
Oh no, I didn't get any free drinks, but he was very excited and happy that like apparently I vaguely nearly spoke his language.
Yeah, I'm
But seriously, learn how to say cheers in other languages. You can make fast friends very quickly.
yeah, learning another language is like on my bucket list. Like to become like actually fluent in another language, but I don't even know like what language I would want to learn.
I mean,
Figure probably Spanish. Spanish is
Spanish
probably I
around
know some
here.
Spanish, so like that would probably be the logical answer.
No speako udo.
No hablo español.
Yeah. I mean, around here, especially in our area, like near the greater DC area, learning Spanish is just probably the better thing.
Yeah.
German, what are like the more common sort of cultural enclaves, diaspora that you have over in your part of the world, Kajan?
In my part of the world, you're probably going to go best with Turkish.
Huh. Really?
Yeah, at least in Germany, we have a large amount of Turkish people over here.
I had no idea that
Thanks,
Turkey
Ottoman
was
Empire.
Had to do with the Second World War because of after the Second World War, when Germany rebuilt, we extended invitations to all of Europe, so everybody could immigrate into Germany to help us rebuild. And a lot of Turkish people and Middle Eastern, generally Middle Eastern, but mostly Turkish, have been emigrating into Germany as a result of that. Also, Italian is also very common.
Is
For
that
that
generally
situation.
is that generally across Europe or more like southern Germany, where you have the border?
It's well, technically, I'm bordering with the Swiss, so
Right, but yeah, I mean, like close proximity. I know, like Italy
yeah.
has had some that.
No, I can't say, can't definitely say about the northern areas because I believe Probably that's probably going to go closer to Norway and stuff like that, believe. We also have a lot of Russians here because it's for a long time dual citizenship is possible, and for a long time it was when we still had to go to the army to enlist in when the conscription was still in effect. We had it was the case that if someone was a so-called white Russian, they could, if they had dual citizenship because some ancestor was living in the occupied area of Germany, they could be trying to emigrate over here, and this would allow them to skip the military service in Russia. So we had a lot of people just taking refuge in Germany to get away from that. And of course, after the fall of the Soviet Union, we had also a lot of people immigrating. Russian, Italian, and Turkish, I would say, are the most common in my area of Germany. I know France is very, very strict about their language because they even have a culture center which is dictating what is French,
Mhm.
and they don't accept like German. We have a lot of Anglicisms, English loan words. Which France doesn't have, and for a long time Germany was also, a lot of people in Germany was like, no, we shouldn't do that. We shouldn't start adopting English words. We should have our own words for computer and stuff like that.
Mhm.
But it wasn't the case. But this went nowhere for a good while.
Well, Germany has like don't they have an immigration policy where like at a certain point you have to learn the language?
Yes,
Yeah, I thought so.
you have to learn German. It's part. If you want to, if you want to live in Germany full time, long time,
So like
whatever.
full citizenship requires it.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
it's essentially a official language requirement.
Yes, because you have to be able to take part in the German life, daily life. I don't know how to translate it properly. Basically, you have to take part in German life, and
Right.
to do so, you should be speaking the language.
Yeah, that makes sense.
This is not always the case. It's the aspiration, but it isn't always the way things happen.
Yeah.
Just a couple weeks ago, we had a big scandal because some doctor's practice put up a sign that said, we don't deal with foreigner. If you're not speaking German, bring an interpreter, a dolmetscher, basically, to help us along. And it was a big scandal. Lots of racism allegations because of that and stuff like that.
That's unfortunate.
Yeah, I mean, I get it. I see both sides of it. On the one hand, as doctor, you want to make sure someone understands what you're prescribing them.
Right.
On the other hand, I understand how it comes across when you say, "Okay, we only deal with people speaking German."
Right. Yeah. I mean, and I find I find the less Western the culture is, the more they're like fine with basically being like, you know, no, I'm not dealing with you if you're not speaking our language. Like especially in like I know Japan, it's like very much like they'll straight up refuse to let people, go to specific establishments if you can't speak Japanese. Like they just won't, even if they could speak English or could speak a language outside of Japanese, they won't do it because it's like a cultural thing where it's like you're coming into our culture, you need to speak our language if you want us to kind of like treat with you, so to speak.
Yeah, the problem is in Germany we have the historical baggage because of that.
Right.
So since German education is all about don't be racist, it's really a tough subject in the latest last couple of years since COVID and the rise of the AfD. Things got more murky. I could say since the European Soccer Championship 2006, I believe it was, when it started to be okay to hang out the German flag again. It's that start this slippery slope for us
Right. Yeah, I'm
because
sure it is. I'm sure it is one of those things where it's like difficult to balance national pride while also not,
yeah,
overstepping into nationalism.
we are being taught nationalism, national pride leads to nationalism, and nationalism
Right.
is bad. Because nationalism leads somewhere very dark.
Well, yeah, obviously.
What? If only there
Yeah.
were two distinct
talking about?
examples of this happening.
And yeah, that's why it is for us. It's in school we were always taught it is not okay to say something like "I'm proud to be German." I
Right.
mean, we also, like, for example, one of my class trips was to Munich and to Dachau, where we visited the concentration camp and had a real survivor show us around as a school class. And then you're also hearing the famous sentence every German knows: forgive but don't forget.
Right.
And so this is very ingrained in German. Also, if you ever see a German say something like "I'm not right wing, but dot dot dot," it's
No,
basically a euphemism for "I'm not racist."
No,
Right.
that's the same. We have essentially the same thing here in the States.
Yeah,
Like the equivalent. So yeah.
in,
If you need to
in,
preface and qualify your statement, it's just like
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. The problem is it was really I remember that viral clip when we had the Tara Rush on New Year's Eve. Don't know if you guys know what the Tara Rush is.
Not
Nope.
familiar.
We had, this was just in the height of the immigrant crisis, and we had a New Year's Eve. We had a Tara Rush, and a Tara Rush is an serial rape event. I didn't
Oh,
know
wow.
this
Hmm.
exists, but apparently it's pretty common in the Middle East
Huh.
for roving bands of men to run around and sexually harass women.
Oh, wow.
And
Yeah,
we
that's
had
That's
not
awful.
great.
and we had such an event on New Year's Eve, and it was the event itself was quite terrible, but in the end you had people giving interviews about it, and everybody was always hedging, like, yeah, I like, they interviewed a bouncer who helped protected some women, and um basically his interview started with, "Yeah, I want you to know I'm not right wing, but those people looked really like trouble to me."
It's really interesting how, like, even when it's like there's a clear obvious moral rejection of what's going on, the need to still qualify statements like that.
Yeah, but in German we are dishonor about the whole Second World War thing.
Yeah.
And yeah, but it's also what I just also remembered about languages. You have a good chance that about every second German you meet speaks English.
Oh, well, that's good.
So, also, English is one of the most popular secondary languages you pick up, and German school system requires you to learn at least one foreign language.
Will say that I desperately wish that the U.S. would follow suit in that, because
I agree.
you know, the number of interactions I've had with people of European descent, and even sometimes like other continents and stuff, where they profusely apologize to me for not speaking English very well, and I'm like, I keep reiterating the fact that I can talk to you in my language and have a full conversation with you is a bloody miracle. That makes you
Yeah.
amazing. And I cannot say likewise of myself, right?
Right.
Like I know like words and phrases here and there, but like I cannot have a full conversation in a different language, maybe Spanish, but even then, spotty.
Yeah.
But like the fact that so many people, particularly Europeans, just like they're like, "Oh, my English not very good," sorry. I'm like, no, 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 no. You're amazing, like absolutely amazing that I can talk. We are having this conversation, and through no strength of mine, right?
Yeah.
Like I always, anybody who is that level of bilingualism, polyglottism, I applaud you guys. It's spectacular. Everyone should learn how to speak different languages. Just I wish the U.S. was more, push that more, because I think it would make us a richer country overall.
Yeah.
But
You would think with how much of a melting pot we are, we'd have actually instituted an official, the same kind of thing that Germany has, where like you have to learn a second language, but
And
America.
I
So
mean, what I always like about America is when everybody is like, I'm Italian and stuff like that, and they're like third generation and have never been in Italy or stuff, not even their
yeah,
parents. And it's always surprised me that this pride in their ancestry doesn't come automatically with I learned a language.
yeah. I think with Italian specifically, um,
there's a lot of
American Italians.
baggage. There's a
Yeah,
lot of baggage
American
associated,
Italianism,
and
especially
Irishness.
like yeah, and
Italians and
Irish.
Irish,
Yeah, the
they were
Italian and the
treated
Irish
like,
are especially are kind of a special case because I think culturally, I'd say like an American Italian or somebody who identifies themselves as Italian in America, they're not. It's not so much a connection with their going back to like actual Italy ancestry. I think it's more their connection with the American Italian experience and the American Irish experience. You see that a lot on like the East Coast, especially around like New York City, Boston. Um,
I mean,
it's
basically the
it's
major immigration ports that we have
yeah,
in the
it's
U.S.
it's it's. I think it's less a connection with the countries of origin and more the immigrant experience of that country in that region of the world.
What are we talking about?
Oh, we got into culture and language.
Holy toodle. Sorry I was gone so long. I had to feed some animals and chase another animal down and make her eat.
That is what they do. Hey, Mr. Frank,
Yo, what up?
growing up in the Canadian side of things, they didn't like require you guys in like Ontario to like learn French, did they?
Yes.
It's not like, oh, did they? Okay, but it's
Yes.
not like quite the
Well,
same requirement as like Quebec.
So, I mean, you said require us to learn French. They required us to study French. I don't know that they required us to learn French. How it works in Ontario is, could speak French theoretically because I took what was called immersion, French immersion classes, which means that almost all of my classes from senior kindergarten to grade 8 certainly, but probably like around grade 10, almost all my classes were in French. When I got to high school, a number of them switched. Like science used to be in French and history used to be in French, but then we started taking them in English in high school. And then but I had to take other weird things in French. Like I had to take typing in French, and I had to take drama in French, because in order to graduate with a certificate of bilingualism in French, you have to have like a certain number of credits. And so that we don't have to take like 15 French lit courses, they invent other French credits like typing and drama. But yeah, I studied math in French until grade 10. So grade 11 was interesting. What do you guys use? BEDMAS? Is that it?
BEDMAS?
What?
What's the thing for like the
PEMDAS?
order of formulas
Oh,
in math?
PEMDAS. PEMDAS.
PEMDAS.
What?
Parentheses, exponents, multiplication, division.
Okay, I thought it was BEDMAS.
Addition,
Anyway,
subtraction.
in French we use FOIL. It's the same thing. It's just a different acronym. So like that kind of stuff is weird. Like learning one and then having to switch to the other. But yeah, so I took immersion, but not everyone takes immersion. Immersion, a lot of people want their kids to take it, but there's not enough teachers to teach it in every school. So a lot of kids do what's called core French, which from my understanding is probably akin to whatever Spanish classes you guys get. But I don't even know
The
how
Spanish,
much...
the language education in America is horrible. I mean, I took collectively, 7 or 8 years of Spanish, and I learned more Spanish working on construction sites than I learned in the classes.
Likely people in Canada who take core French would say the same. People who don't take immersion, it's probably not amazing. Like all the people I know who speak took immersion.
Side note, thank you, Teal Prince, for reminding me that the Icelandic, and I think it's also like just general Nordic term for cheers is skull.
Skull?
Skull.
I guess I did know that.
Skull. I don't know
Probably
how
different
the
by
O
country.
over the A is supposed to be pronounced. We don't have that in freedom language here.
Language?
Yeah. Yeah.
I know it as skull.
Yeah, I think it is skull.
With, yeah, skull.
Okay,
Well,
so
I'm
we're definitely watching Event Horizon, and by we I mean Will, and talking about Event Horizon on the next stream. We're gonna make it happen.
I mean, I'm looking it up. I need to like rent it, but I think I can.
It's only $3 or $4 on Amazon Prime.
Yeah, all right. I'll watch it before like 2 weeks from now. I will have opinions by then.
Good man. I look forward to it. Yeah. So this is
Actually, it says it's free on Pluto TV.
I'm not signing up for Pluto TV, man.
What is Pluto TV?
It's like I don't even think you need to sign up for it.
$6.
I just clicked the link and it's playing the movie right now.
Maybe you already signed up. You didn't even know it.
No, it's because it says sign in at the top of the screen. Maybe it's like free with ads type situation.
You're gonna love it, Will. It is the best Warhammer, unintentional Warhammer. Still definitely a Warhammer movie. It's a prequel to 40K.
It's a good Lovecraft movie too.
Yep. And anyone in the stream chat,
of that, that's another thing I did on my trip was we went to Providence, Rhode Island.
Oh,
I got to see H.P. Lovecraft's grave and a lot of little locations where he used to,
be racist.
Yeah.
When he wasn't writing cool stories with weird creatures.
Yeah.
And how did you find it? Tell us, what was your takeaway from
well, I thought Providence in general is a really cool town.
Cool.
It's got one of the biggest, most prestigious art schools in the country.
Oh,
Where's he?
Yeah. So
neat.
that was cool. It was a kind of cool. It was a kind of cool, like, say college town, because it's a pretty big. It's a pretty big city. But
Old
it
New
had a
England
cool
town.
vibe. Really, really cool architecture. A lot of cool old buildings.
Nice.
I actually wish we could have spent more time there because I would have liked to explore the city a bit more. But yeah, I definitely recommend it if you're ever in the area.
Cool. Nice.
My sister went to college in Providence, and there was supposed to be, I don't remember what the name of this ice cream shop was, but it was closed for most of the year. And periodically over the course of the year, during the middle of the night, a lot of very expensive looking cars would kind of pull up at some random night, undisclosedly. And then like like 1 weekend a year, they would open up and sell a bunch of ice cream. And apparently that was the time to go because the ice cream was actually legitimately pretty good.
What
That's
were the
interesting.
expensive cars doing at other times? Sketchy things? Sexy
I'm not
things?
making any. I'm not making any statements about.
Hey, is there like an American culture thing here I'm not getting? Was it sexy things? Were they doing sexy things?
No,
Well, was it Slaneshi times?
just a bunch of. There's just a bunch of people who maybe
Lobsters?
of an Italian American
there we go!
persuasion who,
Yeah.
Hey, you didn't see nothing here, kind of
Oh, I
vibe.
see.
But
Okay.
like,
Little Tony Soprano
We're
action.
just selling ice cream.
Definitely
But
not
again,
laundering
the
money.
ice cream was actually apparently like the like one time a year that they sold ice cream. Apparently, like people rushed there because the ice cream apparently was like actually super dope.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's quite the story.
My best friend.
They were doing business.
My
An ice
best
cream.
friend, who was the best man at both of my weddings, he's of American Italian
With soprano descent.
and
Yeah.
his parents are like literally from Brooklyn and like the heaviest of Brooklyn accents you could imagine. And his dad, before he unfortunately passed away, he would always tell us stories that like were so casual and the like that is literally fucking illegal. Like he would like be like, oh yeah, one time, these kids came into my buddy, I don't remember his name, my buddy Vinny's pizza shop, and they were being disrespectful, so we followed them, and we made sure that they weren't disrespectful the next time they came to Vinny's pizza shop. And it would just be like random stories like that. It was like I remember it was like early in our relationship where I was like, John, was your dad a mobster? And he's like,
he's part of the family.
I'll never forget. He was like, you didn't see anything.
We don't talk about it.
One of my college friends, she said that she had heard this story of her grandfather, and this was like over in like Westchester, New York, or somewhere in like the greater New York area. Back in the day, he had this job of sitting outside of this shop, which was really like, a sort of illegal poker den or whatever.
Yeah.
And his job was to just, sound the alarm if he saw the cops coming. And apparently, apparently there was one night he saw the fuzz, so he sounded the alarm and he booked it. And there was this like raid on this illegal gambling den. And apparently her grandfather was just like mortified because he's like, oh no, I ran out, like I just ran away and stuff. And eventually these two gentlemen like came like, I don't remember what her grandfather like, let's like Joey, like, you Joey? He's like, yeah. He's like, yeah. And he's just like, oh, kind of, he's like, here's a deed to a restaurant because we heard that you wanted to open up a restaurant. And he's like, are you guys not mad? It's like, no, you did exactly what you were supposed to do, which is like give everyone, all the high rollers in the illegal gambling den, like the chance to get out, and everyone did. So like, the people in charge are just like, wanted to thank you for
It's like, I
doing
thought
what
you were going to kill
supposed to do.
me.
Yeah, like, I mean, I think that was like the thing. She's like, I legitimately thought you were like, I was not gonna live longer. It's like, no, you did exactly what you were supposed to do. You protected a bunch of people, and just like, oh, all right, cool. Like, just not gonna fight, that too much because
Wow.
you're not gonna fight it too much.
Because I do want a restaurant. Give me that deed.
Yeah, don't refuse the gift,
Oh man,
because that's a big mistake.
What was the name of that guy in The Sopranos? Eddie?
Oh,
Was
which
he the one
guy?
with the restaurant?
Oh yeah, no,
Carl named Eddie.
not Eddie. God, wow.
It was something with an E on the end, wasn't it?
Probably.
Artie.
Artie. There you go. Eddie, Artie, same
Artie
friggin' thing.
Artie Bucco.
I just remember our good friend Iron Beak Mercenaries
Oh yeah.
telling me a story of driving down Jersey one time, and stopping by this hole in the wall place off of the turnpike in Jersey, and it was just like this one old Italian nonna just like running the place. Didn't look like it should like be very good, and just like ordered some food, and he's like, this is like some of the best food I've ever had in my entire life. This was also 100% definitely a mob front for somebody's nonna.
Yeah.
But those are the best places to get like, good proper Italian American food.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, for
Italian American food is a very different experience from like Italian food.
Oh, don't worry. I've watched Sopranos. I understand.
Which from what I understand of people I know who have been to Italy and have also, had a lot of American Italian food in their life, and I know maybe we have some actually Italian viewers, possibly. Everybody I've met who has been to both, has had both, has said American Italian food is better.
Okay.
I have not heard that from the
I don't know
Italians.
if I agree with that.
Well, from Italians, sure, but every other person I've met who has tried both has said that they prefer American.
I don't know, dude. I got some pretty damn good food in Italy.
The thing about Italian American food is that it's very Sicilian based, so it's very Southern Italian focused.
Okay.
So if you're a Northern Italian, you're probably not going to like it as much, just because it is a very different cuisine style. Like when my wife and I were in Rome years ago, time has no meaning anymore, so I don't really know. Yeah. Yeah, the food is just different. Like there's definitely some of like the stuff that we're familiar here, in the New World, but there's so much like different shit that like you don't really get around here, and just like, why don't we have this more? This is amazing.
Yeah.
Fried squash blossoms. By the way, fucking delicious.
Oh, I don't know if I tried those.
Yeah, that's very Roman thing. It's like filled with like a whipped ricotta thing and then fried with a very light batter. It is delicious. I'm so mad that it's not more common around here because I would be crushing that all the time.
Yep.
But I also want to just like I always want to point out, like, whenever I think about traditional European cuisine, about how much the tomato has changed the like landscape. Tomatoes and potatoes have changed the landscape of cuisine for really having been around like Europe for really only about 500 years.
Oh, because they came from North America?
Yeah, they are New World crops.
Whoa,
I think
I forgot
South America, but yes.
Oh, South America, right? Okay.
Like Europe did not have the tomatoes before Christopher Columbus.
Wait, what, potatoes? You said potatoes?
Potatoes and tomatoes.
Oh my god.
Corn.
Corn, yes.
And corn. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, corn's fine.
Corn's amazing. Nora will fight you for that.
Corn has not been as transformative of a food item as tomatoes.
I don't
potatoes
know
have.
that
you feel
Hispanic
about
folks would
that?
agree, but
Yeah, but they're from the fucking New World.
Well, that's true.
What?
Like in terms of Europe,
okay,
European
okay,
Oh
right,
yeah,
cuisine,
right.
corn has not transformed
No,
European
no.
cuisine
Okay,
nearly as
never
much
mind.
as the potato. and
like
tomato,
in terms of
for sure.
old world cuisine, potatoes and tomatoes have made such a huge fucking impact.
Okay, I think I knew
man,
tomatoes, but you're blowing my mind with potatoes. I did not realize
potatoes
potatoes.
are solely a New World crop.
Like Estonians are
Like-
obsessed with potatoes. Irish people are obsessed with potatoes. Scandinavians, I feel like, are pretty obsessed with potatoes.
They're
Germans,
so
French.
robust. They're so robust. They're so easy, to grow unless like, you're the English and then like, just stealing from the Irish. Yeah, it's amazing how big of an impact, especially tomatoes, because tomatoes,
Yeah.
like full stop, New World crop.
Wow.
Like between Italian.
Wait, isn't
French,
coffee
and,
also New World crop?
Yeah.
I thought that was
believe so,
African.
yes.
It
Is
might
it?
have been.
Really?
That might have been South American.
I thought it was South American.
Central American?
I also thought it was South American.
Oh, maybe.
Let's see.
I would say coffee
Originated
is
in the Highland
even more.
forests of Ethiopia.
Oh, Ethiopia. Okay.
It's what
Oh, okay.
According to
Yeah,
AI.
tomatoes.
the beverage itself has its roots in Yemen.
Oh, never mind.
Yeah, I can't stress enough, like, for as much of like, when a lot of people think of Italian food, you think of like pizzas, pastas, like red pastas,
Yeah.
pasta sauces and stuff. Like you think like the tomato is like intrinsically kind of part of that culture, and potatoes fucking everywhere in Europe at this point, right? Just like everyone's got a potato that they have, and you think about it, it's like, oh, it's only really been 500 years for like pretty much every one of these cultures, like with these two. I'm gonna say culinary vegetables. Botanically, they are. It's just all over the fucking place, and just nobody needs to deal with that nonsense. But yeah,
Cool. Yeah. I mean, I love
one
both.
of those things.
Often together.
I mean, yeah, they're delicious. Like, why wouldn't you? Like, you need to be like a goddamn like weirdo to not enjoy that stuff. But
Yes.
wait, Radon's asking if we've had cold beer soup.
No,
Oh,
hell
beet
no.
soup. Beet soup. He meant
Oh,
beet soup.
beet.
Okay.
Yes.
I mean,
cold
like
beer
a
soup.
borscht.
Like borscht?
Borscht
Yeah.
I've
Cold
had.
beer
Cold
soup,
beer soup? No.
Cold beer soup, I'm pretty sure is just beer, right?
Yeah.
No, Will, you have to eat it with a spoon.
I'll drink my beer with a spoon. I don't care. Like I don't
It's
have that
beer
much dignity.
soup. Get your
but-
spoon out. You're gonna slurp it like it was meant to be.
It's
I
actually,
have
yeah,
had borscht. I'm not a fan, personally.
actually, while we're talking about new foods, beer soup is actually medieval European
Okay.
cuisine.
I'm not
And I
shocked
had
that the German has experienced beer soup. It's pretty on point. Good work, Kajan.
Yeah, but beer soup is actually traditional medieval European dish.
It's okay, Kajan. You can just say medieval German dish. We all know it's a German dish.
It's just signs of beer, okay?
Well,
Oh shit, I
technically
spilled my beer in my soup. Oh well.
Oh no! What?
Technically, it's a breakfast.
Oh god,
and
yes. Give me more. Yes.
It's made with cheese and beer and vegetables, and you melt the cheese in a beer suit.
Yeah. Oh, we lost someone. Did we lose everyone? Or no?
No.
I think they're back.
You're having beer for breakfast? It's a soup, okay? It's fine.
Actually, beer for breakfast is called a
No, stop!
Frühschoppen,
Kajan!
and
Oh my god!
That's what I'm gonna tell my boss. I'm gonna like explain to him exactly why I'm having beer for breakfast.
It's cultural. I'm German.
it's cultural. It has a real name, and you drink it at around 9 a.m. and that's the first beer of the day.
Oh
Wait,
my
wait,
god.
wait. I have a lot of follow-up questions. Is
Yes.
it specific to 9 a.m. or is that flexible?
Well, thereabouts 9 a.m.
If you get up later, you're an alcoholic. If you drink it at 9 a.m., you're fine.
And it's not just the regular beer; it's the Weizen beer.
Oh, I love that
which
shit.
I
I love
don't-
that for
I'm not a
breakfast.
big fan of
Weizen.
Weizen.
and it was it actually was developed by monks so they could have a breakfast during the
Wow.
fasting time because
Yeah.
they weren't allowed to eat something, so they drank beer.
Yeah, that's the
Oh.
excuse.
It's a good German excuse. Oh, it's Lent. Don't worry, beer doesn't count.
You see, if you made that a dunkel, I'd be or a Martin, I'd be on top of that. But
You mean
like
the beer that
Weizen,
drinks like a meal?
Yeah, I love dark beers.
Yeah, me too.
I love Weizen when I'm drinking it. I don't love it the next day. It's like the one beer that reacts with my gut the most.
Okay, the Teal Print says that in Finland they have kalsari kanit. It's when you drink beer in your underwear.
Oh,
Yeah, that qualifies as a beer. Yeah.
but how do you use it as like an
Underwear beer.
excuse to have beer when you're not supposed to? That's what I want to know. It's a tradition. I'm
think
wearing
it's-
underwear.
I kind of feel like it's sort of self-explanatory at that point, right? It's like it's underwear beer.
Wait,
Like,
but like,
what are you
what
gonna
is
do?
there like a festival that goes along with it? Like, what's the occasion for underwear beer? Tell us more.
I think the
Being
occasion is
alive.
it's 9 o'clock in the morning.
Oh, it's a breakfast underwear beer. I don't know if
After work. Oh yeah, no, that's pretty legit.
Take your pants off, drink a beer.
I will say, I don't know how many folks, and like, of those people who partake of drinking stuff. Not to say that like everyone needs to drink.
Oh, I
Don't
drink
feel
very
pressured
little
to
these
drink it.
days, to be clear. Like once or
yeah.
twice a
But-
month.
There was a time in my 20s when I flirted around with the concept of the shower beer, and
Yes. Classic.
dude, the shower beer is not to be dismissed.
Underestimated.
I have never.
Oh, you have not
Oh,
lived, friend.
to be fair, like you need to like really have one of those really hot, steamy, humid days where you just need kind of sort of a cold shower,
Okay.
and you just bring like a nice tall boy or like the
Oh, that's too much
coldest
beer.
you. Yeah, it doesn't have to be a tall boy. It can just be a regular. But
Yeah.
like, it needs to be ice cold essentially. So like, even if you're having like a nice steamy shower, you kind of put it off to the side. Put it off into the reservoir or tank of your toilet or whatever.
Man,
like
you
that. Or
really thought this out, yeah?
dude. Americans don't fuck around with their shower beers, okay? Like this is a
Apparently, this is
cultural.
not something I knew about.
Or
This
the
is a
more
cultural touch.
controversial road beer.
Okay, I mean, everyone's done that. I mean, no, don't do that. It's illegal, but I'm sure people have done that.
Oh yeah,
But-
the roadie is
I have not been driving, to be clear. We had a sober driver, but everyone else
Yes,
had
of
Max
course. No,
milk
you're not
cups.
the one driving.
Everyone else had sippy
Yeah.
cups from like a 7-Eleven, and someone else, a sober person, was driving.
I'll tell you what, the roadie is so culturally ingrained in America that my ex-wife was from Louisiana, and every
Oh,
time we would go down to Louisiana, we'd hit up what they call a daiquiri, and a daiquiri is more or less a drive-through bar.
I think I've heard of
And
this.
the the great part is that technically you're not allowed to have open alcoholic containers anywhere while driving in America.
Yes.
However, in Louisiana, state law is that if you have the little white paper straw cover over the straw,
It's
that
not
counts
open?
as a sealed container.
That is so
You-
dumb. That is the
U-
dumbest thing
US
I've ever heard in
open-
my life.
U.S. open container laws are some of the stupidest laws.
Wow.
Stupidest
Wow.
sort of workarounds that you have ever seen. There was, I forget where it was, but there was this story that some county or some state had some open container law that they were passing, you know, to just like avoid people drinking, driving and stuff. But it was so poorly written that literally any container, whether or not it
closed?
was for liquid or not, was covered by this. So if you were like, you know,
Plastic bag.
bringing or like if you had a Tupperware that you were like venting, you know, it got hot under there. So it's like, I mean, they fixed it
wait.
eventually, but
So it made all these things illegal? I thought you meant like it made everything legal. Like you could have like beer in your hand.
no,
and
no,
it
it made really stupid things that were not were not the intent of the law covered by the law.
Oh, okay, I see.
Thank you for the Teal Prince for mentioning that there is a sauna beer.
Hell yeah.
Yes, the sauna beer.
Which it's pretty.
I
I
have
think
done
the sauna
that.
the sauna beer is pretty close in concept to the shower beer. Because if you're having a very steamy shower, hot
But
steamy shower,
sauna's a little more
having
chill than shower.
yeah,
There's
no,
no
for
chance of
sure.
getting water
Like,
in your beer in the sauna beer.
yeah, no, there's a little art to like making sure that your beer is untarted up. But the concept is kind of the same, right? You have an ice cold beer that and like it's like the epitome of getting the most like North American frozen beer that like you can't taste the flavor. Like you don't want anything with
Wait, that's just
flavor.
American
Like,
beer.
Molson.
Canadian shots fired.
Well, I mean, if you're
Molson was
drinking
pretty bad.
like Bud Light, sure, but like, I mean, I don't know. We got a pretty robust craft beer industry.
Yeah,
in
but I
America,
feel like the
especially in
shower
States.
beer aesthetic is like you definitely get the shittiest, like you want this as ice cold as possible beer.
Oh, okay.
Oh yeah,
Like
you're going
possible.
for
Like
like a Miller High Life or something.
yeah, you're not going for a craft brew for this. Like that's ridiculous. Like no, you want this thing to be like, you know, there's condensation on the outside of the bottle as
It's
like, you know.
tastefully trashy.
Yeah. Like
You're doing a
I think the
bottle? You're doing glass in the shower?
No,
Dangerous game.
you're doing a can. You're doing a can.
Okay.
But I think the best you're going with is like a Pabst Blue Ribbon. Like that's like absolutely like the top end, which
The
I think
PBR is a good.
I think it's pretty telling when you refer to Pabst Blue Ribbon as the top end of like, you know, what you're talking about in terms of beer, right? Like a Natty Boh, you know,
I was
National
just about to
Bohemian.
say my ideal shower beer historically has always been the Natty Boh. Can't go wrong with National Bohemian.
Miller High Life is probably
Miller High Life
the one
is a good
I
option
would go
too.
with. But like you go with the least offensive light lager pilsner.
I mean,
as
it's
you
the
can get.
champagne of beers. What are you gonna do?
Oh my lord.
I
Yeah,
love
as we talk about this, I think it's we're duty bound to oh wait. Oh, Will, shut off. Oh god. Will, how long ago did you shut off your camera?
Oh, apparently like I got like kicked out of Discord like
Oh, you
5
were the one
minutes
who went
ago.
ding ding. Okay.
Yeah. And I was like, whatever, I'm not turning
Kajan's
that
video has just been very large for a long time. He creates Eldar scenery. Yeah, just duty bound that though we're talking about a lot of beers, my beer days are behind me. I lived in Japan, so I drank a shitload of beer and a shitload of alcohol, more than I ever have in my life. And then I came back, and during the pandemic, all the Canadian breweries were doing. Actually, if you check my stories today on Instagram, you will see some shots of a bar fridge that's covered in a bunch of beer labels. I had a problem during the pandemic where there was all these local breweries who were like, "Hey, we'll deliver your beer for free if you order $50 worth of beer." And they had all these interesting beers, and every one of the beers had like cool art on it, and like the labels could like peel off and be stickers. So I just like,
Oh, that's awesome.
yeah, but it was bad. I was having like one beer a day, or like sometimes 2 beers a day, and I got to a point where Nora and I were like away at a cottage we were renting, and I'm like, man, I feel like I broke my toe. And I went to the hospital, and I'm like, yeah, so I got this pain in my toe, and I don't know how I did it, because I definitely didn't fall. And like, it was like a small town hospital. The doctor was super busy. She's like, you have gout. I'm like, what? She's like, you have gout. I gotta go. I'm really busy. I'm like, wait, no, I have so many questions. And then I went to my real doctor, and she's like, you probably don't have gout, but the only way to test for gout is for you to have another like attack and then like stick a needle in your toe while it's happening. So I just decided to cut back on beer after that. And then I started to find that when cannabis was legalized in Canada, I would get the kind of chill vibes that I was looking for from beer from cannabis, but I wouldn't get bloated or hungover. So I phased out beer and phased in cannabis. And then I got a muscle tear and blood clot in my leg, so I couldn't smoke cannabis anymore. And sometimes I do edibles, but that's about it. And like once in a blue moon, I'll have a drink. But yeah, I definitely don't drink as much as I used to. And I feel like a lot of people are like easing out back on it. Isn't there something to do with those like weight loss drugs that like people you don't have beer, you don't drink alcohol with them for some reason? I don't know.
Which that's a whole other subject, but yeah,
Yeah,
that is true.
but I heard that because of that alcohol brands are like trying to like find new things, because there's been enough of these, like a big enough group of people embracing these weight loss drugs that it's actually affecting alcohol sales. And also,
Yeah,
Nora
you're
sent
seeing
me,
a lot more. I've been seeing a lot more breweries coming up with non-alcoholic beers lately.
yeah,
For sure.
oh, and non-alcoholic cocktails that cost just as much as an alcoholic cocktail, and they're basically just fancy juice. But I drink those. But Nora sent me an article the other day that like alcohol is like a high level carcinogen, and like the only reason that we think it's chill is because people who try to sell alcohol lobby for it to be allowed. So probably a good idea to not be drinking if you're not drinking, or to drink within moderation.
And
Yes,
definitely
everything
drink
in
with
moderation.
moderation.
What's that, Will?
Everything in moderation,
Yeah, or less than.
especially methamphetamine.
Oh,
Jesse,
man.
we've got to cook.
Oh shit, I was checking Tom's update on his foot. Sauna beer, we talked about that. Oh no, Tom, his foot saga continues. Sorry it's not healed yet, Tom. I thought the last update I read was that it looked like it was getting better, but yeah, hopefully this surgery happens quick and it's able to help with it. What else is going on in the chat? Fucking gout. I told Hydra that I may have gotten gout, but my doctor wasn't sure, and he's like, good work. I'm like, what do you mean? He's like, you've got the rich man's disease. You're living a good life. I'm like, damn it, no. My old man had gout.
I remember mentioning that comment of the referring to gout as rich man's disease to my sister, who's a doctor, and she's like, "God damn it!"
She didn't agree.
I think it's common amongst rich people, because I think gout comes from like eating too much like rich, like fatty foods,
Well,
but
isn't it like red meat, alcohol, cheese, milk,
I mean, there
dairy?
I think there's a lot of stuff, but like I think also just like it's not intrinsically like stuff that only rich people have.
No.
I
Just
think it's just
rich
that
things.
historically it was stuff that like most common for rich people to have more of more regularly.
Yeah. All right. It's getting kind of late.
Yeah, gents,
Purines, yes.
I gotta get going.
Sorry.
I gotta work pretty early in the morning, and I still need to shower this evening. And my wife wants to watch an episode of The Boys, so
The
still getting caught
boys.
up.
Oh man, I didn't catch up on the boys. All right, well, enjoy the boys, and thank you, boys, for being on this call with us. It's been great catching up again. Sorry it took so long. Let's not leave it as long for the next one.
Yes, for sure. And Will, you have homework?
Yes, and
Yes, I do.
we should all rewatch
I-
to freshen up our memories.
Yes. Yeah, I actually haven't watched it in probably over 2 years at this point, so I definitely
I
should
will
Cool.
rewatch it.
That's
rewatch.
fairly
I will
recent.
watch Event Horizon within the next 2 weeks.
You will not regret it. Trust.
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure
it's
I
good.
won't.
It's probably, I would say, other than the original Mortal Kombat, Paul W.S. Anderson's best film. Which is not saying
Wait, he
much
did
because he
Mortal
doesn't
Kombat?
have a lot of great films, but yes.
I think his favorite my favorite of his is Alien versus Predator. I know you have to hate it because you're an Alien purist, but I fucking love it. So good. Dude, like my whole Kroot army was launched by that lady getting the alien head and using it as a shield on her arm, and me being like, I could do that with a
you
deer
mean
head.
shitty discount Machiko Noguchi?
Oh fuck.
Yeah.
I don't have the depth of knowledge. Whatever. She put like an alien tail on an alien tail on a spear, and I'm like, I could do that with a deer head.
Yeah, I mean that there were cool. The only part of that film that I love is like the last like 10 minutes with the CGI alien queen. Getting to see the queen like in motion and not like
Oh yeah.
you know, actually look like a living, breathing animal was pretty cool. And watching
That's
the
right.
Predator fight it was cool. But otherwise, that film just like you have this is the last thing I'll say. You have literally decades of source material to draw from for an Alien versus Predator film, and you're like, ancient aliens. It's just like, why?
All good, man.
Why? But anyways.
Who was the rich old white guy that was leading that expedition in that movie? Who's the actor?
Oh yeah. Lance Henriksen, who played Bishop in the original.
Really?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, that's a good one.
Huh.
Anyway, Will, it'll be better than Alien versus Predator, I promise.
Which that guy's genes are strong because like for like hundreds of years he's had descendants that look identical to him.
What do you mean? Oh, you mean Bishop being descended?
Yeah, because you got like you got what's his
He
name?
wasn't
Is it
a Wayland though, was he?
Yeah, Charles Bishop Wayland.
Wait, the guy in Alien versus Predator was a Wayland? I missed that.
Yes. Yeah,
Oh,
no,
shit.
he's literally a Wayland.
Oh god damn, I'm an idiot. Okay, wow.
At the end of Alien versus Predator 2, this horrible one that takes place in Colorado, they
Seen it.
also introduced the Utanis as well. It was such horrible fan fiction. I cannot fucking stand it. Absolutely no respect for the source material.
Well, when you're a chump who doesn't know the source material like me, just party, baby. It's like people watching Game of Thrones for the tits and dragons. They're like, tits and dragons, sign me up. Source material, who cares?
That's fair.
Speaking of which, if you're into Game of Thrones, Song of Ice and Fire, oh my god, the play dropped this week, and like there's some revelations from that shit.
Really?
Yeah, I think it premiered last night. It was delayed for a long time, but like they've done the entire, it was supposed to be about the Harrenhal tournament, but they've done like Harrenhal tournament to like Death of Lyanna Stark.
Oh wow.
They did the whole thing.
Interesting.
People are shocked, and it's all told from the perspective of the women.
Huh.
Yeah.
Interesting.
So like
I'll have to look
Liana,
into that.
Ashara, and Elia.
Tom Wilson, if you've only seen AVP2, I'm sorry.
Oh, AVP
I'm
1 is
surprised
better
you
than
could-
AVP 2. Come on.
I'm surprised he could actually see AVP2 because it's so fucking dark.
Well, listen, there's a pred alien in it. That's pretty sexy.
Yeah, but see, I'm so conflicted on those films because there are good elements, but they're just like they're bundled together in like they're. I always say about those films, I would rather watch the cool clips of them on YouTube than actually sit down and watch the movies.
Apparently, YouTube has told me I need to engage my audience, so I am doing a poll right now. You ready, fans? Wait. I can only see one response.
Okay, a fun
Can you see
film?
it?
Yes.
Can you see
Alien
it?
vs. Predator is a fun film.
All right, it
but
works.
It's not a good
Nay, 100%. Come on, yays, get in there. Why can't I see the full question? Is Alien vs. Predator a good film? Yay or nay? Place your bets
You said
now.
a fun film,
You said
not
fun
a good
film.
film.
Good
Oh,
film
shit.
and
Okay,
fun
sorry,
film are
sorry.
two
Is it a
very
fun
different
film?
questions.
Yes, I'm skewing it. Is it a fun film? Should I have a poll about the question?
Even I'll say it's a fun film.
That's right.
But it's not a good film.
And while you all are voting, maybe also drop us a like. It really helps us out.
Oh, thank you.
Yes,
Thank you.
subscribe.
Kajan doing the real shit that actually matters. Yes, people, please listen to Kajan. If you've enjoyed our random deviations, please leave a like on the stream and a comment. Well, you've left comments in the live chat, but if you're watching the VOD after the fact, leave us a comment and tell us, okay, tell us if you've seen Event Horizon and you've seen Alien versus Predator. Tell us which you prefer, Event Horizon or Alien versus Predator. And then if you haven't seen Event Horizon, you should watch it before our next stream because we're going to talk about it. And what the hell? You should watch Alien versus Predator as well. It's not as trash as Shane makes it out to be, but it is not great.
If you like Event Horizon, maybe also watch the movie that made it happen.
What's that?
Soldier. Yeah, Soldier with Kurt Russell. And if you watch it today, you will see some Taurox and some plasma guns, some plasma guns and stuff like that.
It's Soldier?
Also it's also another unintentional 40K movie.
Okay,
and it made Event Horizon possible because Kurt Russell demanded like a year or something like that to prepare for that role to get bugged up. So the director had to do Event Horizon without Kurt Russell demanding this to the ability to bulk up and have the physicality for the role that the Soldier demanded. He took on the job to direct Event Horizon.
Oh, so he had the time to do it.
I was not aware of.
Yeah.
Oh.
And if Kurt Russell hadn't done that, you wouldn't have gotten Event Horizon.
Cool.
Well, thank you, Kurt Russell.
Did Soldier ever come out?
Yeah, Soldier came out. It was my pick for unintentional 40K movies.
Oh, now we're spoiling it. All right.
To watch, if we're doing that discussion next time, maybe I have to watch that movie before.
I will have to watch Soldier before next time too.
Soldier. Write that down.
Soldier. Yeah, put it on my list. Now I need to schedule.
You can't forget the other movie that is very 40K coded, which is
Don't do it, Will. Don't do it. Don't do it, Will.
Oh, I have a feeling I know.
Don't do it, Will. Don't do it.
I was just gonna do like a really stupid, ridiculous movie that wasn't gonna be Showgirls.
Oh, what? Oh, I thought you were gonna say that new one that Zack Snyder did.
No, it wasn't gonna be anything that was like remotely close to being a real.
I thought you were gonna go Zack Snyder Netflix 2-part.
Yeah,
Rebel Moon got so much shit. If you actually sit down and watch it, I did not think it was nearly.
No,
as
dude,
bad
I tried, and I would rather watch Alien vs. Predator 3 times.
Bro, absolutely
It's
not.
bad.
No
It's
girls.
bad.
It's not. It's really not that bad.
Okay, I'm with Mr. Pink on this one.
I did not think it was that bad. I think a lot of people are just like, for some reason everybody seems to have a hate boner for Zack Snyder, and I don't understand it.
And I understand the hate boner for Zack Snyder, but like I
Yeah, me
also
too.
haven't seen Rebel Moon, so he might have struck gold randomly.
It's okay. Like
I don't think he struck gold. Don't let me not overstate it. It's
struck
not.
copper.
It's not a. Yeah, yeah, copper-ish. Like it's not a masterpiece of a sci-fi film, but like there's a lot of I give him credit for creating an original science fiction setting in a world where most sci-fi and fantasy movies nowadays are either absolutely horrific or they're legacy films. They're based on books, they're based on they're sequels to a movie. It's the 17th Star Wars sequel, spinoff, whatever. So like I thought, like, in a world where a lot of original sci-fi films are not very good nowadays, I thought that the film was like passable. I didn't think it was. I'd never watch it again, but and I had no interest in watching the director's cut, but I did not think it was like this cinematic abomination that everybody was making it out to be.
Yeah.
I'm not
Well,
sure
it's-
I'm agreeing. I'm not sure I agreeing with the original part. That
It's a
an
cinematic
original
spectacle, and it
universe.
does riff on. Oh, let's end this poll. It's a cinematic spectacle, and it does riff on like 40K stuff.
And Star Wars.
Okay,
It's like you just
what?
Star Wars in and of itself is a riff on a lot of stuff that came before too. So, I mean, science fiction in general is very derivative.
Yeah, but I feel Rebel Moon is like you take Star Wars and you take 40K and you smash it together, and what's left is basically that.
It's a visual spectacle. Well, it's kind of fun if you want to watch it. I wouldn't say it was good, but like,
I mean,
so I watch a lot of movies that are just pretty.
Zack Snyder is always a visual spectacle. Like I'm never going to dismiss his ability to like get some like very compelling visuals on screen. It's just that his storytelling could use some work.
Yeah, like I didn't. I will not go so far as to say it was a good film. I'm simply pointing out that the amount of vitriolic hate I saw leveled at that film when it came out was ridiculous. It was over the top.
I agree with that. I mean,
I could also agree with that. It's not as bad as it's made out to be.
Yes, I think if you enjoy sci-fi, if you like Star Wars, if you like Warhammer, if you have 2.5 hours to kill on a movie, watch it.
According to Tom, also, if you like the Magnificent Seven, because apparently it's the Magnificent Seven in sci-fi mode.
Yes. And I think in terms of hobby too, it's got some cool inspiration there. I thought there were some cool elements that could serve as good hobby inspiration.
Tom Wilson says we should all watch Starship Troopers. I'm assuming that'll probably come up in our discussion of our discussion is going to be about 40K films that are not actually 40K films, but are definitely 40K films.
Starship Troopers is perennially one of my favorite background while hobbying movies.
I watch that movie every year. I have actually a whole list of movies and TV shows and anime that are that I came up with for this discussion. And
Good. I need to look back at my list.
I think Starship Troopers. Well, we'll get into it in the end.
Weren't we gonna like compare
I think
notes?
Starship Troopers is one of the best.
Yeah,
I think it might be a good idea to compare some notes.
Yeah, so we don't all say the same thing.
Have an idea of the discussion direction.
Let's compare notes in a Work in Progress Wednesday planning chat and say, because I think we started talking about which ones we wanted to talk about. Because I want Pandora.
I have posted my list.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we'll do it.
Pandora
We'll
was
do it.
good.
Okay, cool. We should probably call the stream because it's late. And because the poll is done, Shane, and I'm sorry to break it to you, man, but Alien versus Predator is an excellent film. Yay, 83%.
No, it's a fun
It's
film,
a
man.
fun-
It's a fun film.
This-
Even I voted yes for fun
Oh,
film.
I got you.
Okay?
I got you.
You know what
Wait,
else is a fun
that's
film?
sad. There's only
Jaws
6
3.
votes. Did you guys
You know
all
what else
vote?
is not a good film?
What?
Jaws 3.
Jaws. Oh, I you know, confession, I haven't seen Jaws 1.
What?
I haven't.
How have you not seen Jaws?
I don't
That's
know, man.
like
Okay,
That's like-
I'm gonna throw this out there that I have not also seen
Thank you, Will.
Jaws.
you've
Look
not
at this
seen
bravery.
Jaws? You
Look at
guys
this
have not
bravery.
seen Jaws. How is
dude.
this possible?
Dude,
How?
it's
Dude,
a
it's like
50-year-old
literally
film.
the summer blockbuster. Like
Yeah,
it's
from
the
50 years
film
ago.
that invented
Like
the
50
term
years ago.
blockbuster.
It
Dude,
is
oh
a
my God.
classic, certainly.
It is.
It's. I mean, it's on a lot of people's short list for best film of all time.
I'll tell you
One
what.
of the best movies ever made.
I did
Yeah,
not
I
see.
wouldn't go
I may
that
have not
far,
seen
but-
Jaws.
Jaws.
I did see the most recent Steven Spielberg film, Disclosure Day.
How have you seen Disclosure Day but not Jaws? Go. Okay,
It's
that's
still
your
in theaters.
homework.
That's
it doesn't
how.
have anything
It's
to
still
do
in
with the topic,
theaters.
but you need to go watch Jaws. Has Nora seen Jaws?
I probably not.
Okay. Yes.
Okay,
Go
okay.
watch
I
Jaws.
get it. I get
Like
it.
I feel
I've
like
heard.
that's one of those films that, like, even if you don't end up liking it, which
No,
like
yes,
don't
I
think I've
agree. You
anybody-
need to
ever met
experience it. I
anybody that
agree.
Didn't like it. Like it's one of those movies that you have to watch.
I do feel remiss that I haven't seen Jaws. It's not like Frozen. Like I'm proud that I haven't seen Frozen, but like Jaws, I feel
like
remiss.
it's like that's shocking. Like
I mean,
What, Frozen?
Yeah,
no Jaws.
but
Hey, but
no,
wait.
haven't seen Frozen is also shocking because it was everywhere.
I don't
Like,
have
It was
kids.
everywhere
I don't
for,
have
like,
Did you
kids.
3 years.
physically dodge that movie?
I did. I don't have kids. Wait. Did anyone see Disclosure Day?
I haven't
Nope.
yet.
I haven't.
Oh, I wanted to make my joke.
I haven't.
Me and Nora had a really good joke. There's like a scene at the end of Disclosure Day when like someone is wheeled out in like a box, and then they open the box and they reveal something. And Nora and I were like, it's really nice that they gave John Williams that cameo. It's only funny if you've seen the movie. Person in the box doesn't look so good. They look a little rough.
Yeah, I'm absolutely shocked that. Wait, so Will, you haven't seen it either?
Which
Jaws?
I've never seen the full movie. It's just never gotten
That
around
is
to it.
that is sad. Like, it is probably, I think, one of the most timeless films ever made. Like,
I mean,
it's a movie that every time I watch it, I always think this movie is going to show its age when I watch it. And every time I watch it, I'm like, no, this film could still come out today, and it would still be a fantastic film.
Yeah,
Like,
heard
yes,
someone
like
else-
some of the creature effects, it was made in 1975. Don't
Yeah.
go into it expecting the animatronics to be to the level that they are in even Jurassic Park. Like, there's almost 20 years of difference
Yeah.
between the animatronic levels back then. So like, but even with that said, for 1975, it's this creature effects in that film are still really fucking impressive.
Okay.
Yeah, I understand, like, cinematically speaking, like how that it's such like a big thing, but it's just one of those things where I just haven't gotten in the mood. And sometimes, you sit down and you're just like, I just need to see the seminal, cult film, Euro Trip again, and just shut my brain off for like an hour.
I mean, Tom Wilson, I see what you're saying with the demonization of sharks, but I mean, ultimately, it's a movie.
Oh,
and
yeah.
it was made in 1975 before
Also,
we had
people
the
are dumb.
understanding of sharks that we have today.
Also, the general public is dumb.
Yeah.
Right. But the film is an icon, and I mean, it's one of my favorite films of all time.
Yep.
And I think has one particular scene in that film I think is one of the best written monologues in film.
Would that be I Think I Need a Bigger Boat?
No, there, no.
I'm
There's
just being
a
an
there's
idiot.
I
there's
know which
like
one you
it's like
mean.
a full monologue.
I will look it up.
But yes, 100%.
It's the monologue. Like I have
Yes.
seen that clip.
It's well acted, well paced. It's just a great film, and anybody who has any interest in film needs to watch it. So that's the last I will say. I gotta get going though.
Yeah, me too.
So
Hey, thanks
thanks
everyone for
everybody for
joining us.
joining the stream.
Thanks, everybody. Good night, Kajan.
Good night.
Good night, Will.
Good night.
Good night, Shane.
Good night.
And good night to all the fun friends in the stream chat. Thank you for joining us, and I hope you had a good time. Go out, do your homework, watch Event Horizon, watch Alien vs. Predator, one of the greatest films of all time, according to Shane. Watch some other shit. Soldier. We all got to watch Soldier. And we'll talk about it in 2 weeks, and it'll be a blast. I've been looking forward to this for a long time, so I'm glad we're going to do it. And thank you all for getting back on the old stream horse after we've been off for so long.
There you go.
All right, talk to you later. Bye.
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 Bye.